So I'm gonna go to jail?
Yeah, you're gonna go to jail, unfortunately. Okay. Is there anybody you want to call for anything at all, or your vehicle?
Because I have my kids, my vehicle is here.
Okay. Is there anybody you can go ahead and call for your care of your children?
On August 22nd, 2023, Officer Brooks of the Palm Beach Police Department arrested a Wawa shift supervisor for $16,000 in fraudulent refunds accumulated over 12 months. 3 legal doctrines determined this outcome: the private actor rule, the Miranda framework, and Florida's grand theft aggregation doctrine.
I have a disabled son, so like my kid's father's not really in their life, and I really don't have no help. I'm a single mother of 3 kids, and it's really just a tough time for me.
Hey, what's going on?
So somebody from our loss prevention team is interviewing her on the phone, so they just told me to give them 1 second.
He's interviewing her on the
phone, yeah.
Who's this?
One of my supervisors.
Your supervisor's interviewing somebody else?
No. Someone from our loss prevention team.
Is interviewing the supervisor that's stolen? Okay, so
they're just guys getting their statement and stuff like that.
Okay, are they wanting to prosecute?
I think so, yeah. Okay. So he just told me he's about 10 more minutes.
How can you explain what happened?
He called me yesterday and he said, hey, this is what's going on. Like refunding like that, and refunding just different purchases or different amounts to a credit card. So.
Okay, so it's theft of grand theft.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you mind waiting?
No, do they have receipts and all this other stuff?
Transactions, and they can send me the video.
Okay. Awesome. I'll go ahead and pull a case number. Can you verify whether or not they want to prosecute?
Yeah.
Okay. Once you verify if they want to prosecute, I'll go ahead and pull the case number and get everything else situated for you guys, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right? But she's inside there right now, right? Okay. Hello, ma'am. My name is Officer Brooks with the Palm Beach Police Department. Okay. One of the reasons why I'm here. There's some things I gotta go ahead and read off to you prior to we doing anything else, okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court, okay? You have the right to speak to a lawyer before and during questioning, okay? If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you one will be appointed to you before questioning without charge. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so understanding your rights, do you still wish to continue to talk to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, do you have any ID on you?
This is my purse, it's right here.
Which one? This one? All right. Let me get that information for you, please. What's a good contact phone number for you? Okay, you want to explain to me what's going on right now? In reference to what you know, because, we have some stuff that's basically being dealt with that, you obviously had a phone interview about and things of that particular nature.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So the thing is I've been battling some financial issues. I've been working with Wawa for almost 2 years. And just recently, I've been having issues with like keeping up with my bills and stuff like that. I have a disabled son, so like my kid's father's not really in their life, and I really don't have no help. I'm a single mother of 3 kids, and I just was doing like some refunds for gas and stuff like that for my car, giving out like free hoagies and stuff like that, like customers' food. Started about a month ago. Recently I just went to Wawa like for help. They have AIN to see if I can get help like with my mortgage payments, because it's really just a tough time for me. And like I was telling them, like it wasn't like I was doing like big quantities of anything, just like $20, $30, $5 here or something like that, but they were false refunds. So that's what this is about.
Okay. So it added up to a kind of a decent dollar figure.
I don't know what it added up to. I'm not sure.
It's kind of sequential. It's kind of big. Overall tally of what they've basically been looking at since then. It's kind of big in regards to the refunds and the gas and going back and forth with a lot of the transactions that they had. So unfortunately, at this particular time, I'm going to have to place you under arrest. Okay, and it's going to be for grand theft. Okay.
Under Colorado versus Connelly, 1986, Fifth Amendment protections attach only to state action. A private employer is not a government agent. Every admission made to loss prevention is fully admissible, no Miranda warning required. Officer Brooks waited for that interview to conclude before asserting custody, deliberately preserving two independent evidentiary channels simultaneously, under Berkemer versus McCarty. 1984, custody attaches the moment a reasonable person would no longer feel free to leave. Miranda warnings were then required and properly delivered. The charge grand theft, third degree, under Florida statute 812.0142C property valued between $750 and $20,000, carrying up to 5 years. No single transaction reached that threshold. Florida's aggregation doctrine combines thefts committed under a single continuous scheme into one felony count. That mechanism transforms petty misdemeanors into a prosecutable felony.
So I'm gonna go to jail?
Yeah, you're gonna go to jail, unfortunately. Okay. Is there anybody you want to call for anything at all, or your vehicle?
Because I have my kids, my vehicle is here.
Okay. Is there anybody you can go ahead and call for your care of your children? All right. Go ahead and make the necessary phone calls and do what you got to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and get an officer up here because we're going to have to conduct a female search and make sure that you're all secure. Okay. Prior to you going into the back of my vehicle.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions for me at all?
No, thank you.
Okay. Now, do you have anything inside your purse
Nah.
that you wish to disclose at this particular time? Because it's going to get searched.
I have lighters and like.
Do you have any illegal substances or anything of that nature?
Binder.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if it's nothing in it.
Is there anything in there?
It is.
Okay, we're going to have to take that for disposal. Okay?
Okay, please don't charge it. It's just, I'm not going to get charged with this.
No, it's
not
for
a lot of
destruction.
nothing. Okay.
It's for destruction.
I can throw it away.
Yeah, I'll take
Thank
it.
you, please.
Okay, what else?
A cigar.
That's going to be in the trash, so you could probably just throw it in the trash because they don't accept that stuff in jail.
And lighters and stuff.
Lighters and things of that nature we don't also accept in jail, so you might as well just throw that
Throw it
away.
away. Just throwing all the lighters out. All this stuff will be kept with me, right?
Yes.
This can stay here, please, for me. Okay, that's okay.
Talking to 10600.
You guys don't have a Ziploc bag inside of here, do you?
I don't think so. I gotta leave my keys for my
Yeah, anything
my
that's...
child's father.
Yeah, that's fine. Did you just text him?
Yeah, he's on
Okay,
his way.
he's on his
from
way.
work. Yeah.
Okay. Where would you want it? Where do you want to leave it?
Talking to 010 and 104.
Oh, my keys are on the back, in the back table.
On the back table?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
break room.
Do you want to tell anybody to go ahead and pick it up for you, or what?
I can text a coworker. She's
Yeah.
out there.
Okay.
Signal 14 is going to be a...
Now, once you get to the jail, if you need numbers out of your phone, you will let the CEO know that you need additional numbers.
So can I write them down now, though, and like put them on the paper?
You can.
Okay. I was gonna say that way it'll just help me.
It'll help you a whole lot better. You could just have them take that out of your purse. And
She at the door with my keys.
ma'am? No, she don't need this.
You don't want this?
No, you need this?
No.
No.
Door out.
Okay, keys is gonna be right here for his pickup, right?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Hello. I'm finna go to jail. I have to explain later, but I'm finna go to jail like right now. I gotta write your number down so I can be able to call you. Yeah. Can you tell him I'm finna go to jail?
She's not playing, sir. Okay.
What you gonna do? You got some bond money?
I gotta see how much it is first.
Hey, man.
Alright.
You write the number down?
I'm writing it down now. I'm gonna write both of them down.
Alright.
Alright.
You done? I'll just put your phone in there.
And like my money and stuff and all that.
Yeah, how much money are we talking about here?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Like a couple of dollars in cash. It's like my little safe thing.
Okay, put all that in there.
And this right here.
So that way I can go ahead and locate it. Once we get to the jail, it's probably going to be counted out. Okay. They do charge a processing fee, I think it's about $5 to $10. So just probably count on whatever cash is in there being $10 short.
Okay. Alright.
Papi, I needed to do it, papi. I needed to do it. I couldn't get no more.
Grammy.
Grammy needs to deal with it. I haven't called Grammy like in 3 days. So I don't have to deal with her.
Okay.
Did she know?
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing, ma'am?
Grab that.
So, put your hands here. Do you have anything on you that I gotta worry about?
No. Oh, I just got another light in my pocket. It's okay.
Okay, let's take everything out.
This money change. You take my jacket off?
Yes. Appreciate that.
Just go ahead inside.
Are you gonna take it with you? Or are you gonna
I can take it with me.
put your hands on the wall like this? Thank you. Turn around. Good.
Alright, put this inside your purse.
Anything up?
Yeah, this is a grinder with regular weed in it.
The search is authorized by Kymel versus California, 1969 person and immediate control area, and United States versus Robinson, 1973. A full search is justified by any lawful custodial arrest. The cannabis grinder was not charged. Under Florida statute, 893.13 possession remained chargeable, but charging discretion is well established. Adding a misdemeanor alongside a felony serves no proportional purpose. Officer Brooks receives an A-. He preserved both evidentiary channels, delivered Miranda on time, followed female search protocol, and exercised proportional charging discretion. Minor deduction, no reminder that silence remained available post-waiver. The subject receives a C+. A sustained 12-month scheme reached felony level. Full cooperation produced probation, but she spoke to both loss prevention and police without counsel at any stage. 3 takeaways. First, statements to a private employer carry no Miranda protection. Internal investigations are legally consequential before police arrive. Second, the aggregation doctrine means the total scheme value controls not any single transaction. A continuous pattern becomes one felony. Third, a Miranda waiver is not irrevocable. The right to silence and the right to counsel remain available at any point during questioning. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.